With these, I like to try to keep constant tension and not lock out down here like this.
Oh, really?
This is locking out. Don't lock out.
It's good to know.
Because you're sort of relaxing the muscle minimally, but if you constant tension.
Sure, let's try.
He lives in Camelot Lakes also.
You do?
So he
you
and
look good.
I've been training 37 years, competing 34. A lot of titles.
Good for you.
And all natural. No drugs, no steroids, no growth. All
Nothing.
natural.
All natural.
All natural. Nothing in my body.
Good for you. Yeah, you look great. How old are you?
I'm 61.
He's a young boy.
You don't listen to him, did you? So what's up, bro? How you doing? You all right, man?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How you enjoying the stay back here in Florida?
Everything's fine, except it's too damn cold.
It's cold.
Cold.
Wait a minute, you're coming
It's
from?
cold.
Are you coming from Boston or something?
I come from Massachusetts. It's cold. It's cold here.
So you're cold. All right.
Where are you from?
Jersey.
Jersey. Okay.
Are
you here all the time now?
Yeah, I've been here 19 years.
Yep.
19 years.
Where in
And
New Jersey? I used to live in Jersey.
like 5 miles from Philadelphia.
I used to be in Monmouth County, right by
Yeah,
the
Monmouth.
fish.
Yeah, I'm down by Camden County, South Jersey. So, other than that, man.
Yeah. Oh well.
And you notice immediately he says, "Oh, all natural, all natural." Steroids I think are one of the most. I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I have. I am on some hormone replacement therapy, HRT, which is just a supplement of some prescribed testosterone.
Is it something? Where do you buy it?
Well, I have to buy it from different sources. I buy it I used to buy it at the pharmacy, but then the doctors, he is no longer dealing with Medicare patients.
Yep.
He actually is right up here, and he does not take insurance any longer. So that has forced me to sort of go to an underground source of testosterone.
Okay.
Which I have no problem doing. It's quite. I mean, I don't deal any stuff, and I don't. People come up and ask me all kinds of questions and advice and so on and so forth about it. I don't give out advice on using steroids, but it is part of the game if you're going to be kind of serious about it. And even the most casual bodybuilders, the most casual people who train out, a lot of them do supplements, juice, gear, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
I like it, frankly. I don't take a lot, but I do take some because I'm 71, and I don't like to admit defeat.
But what about these guys who are in their 30s? They're taking it too, though.
Are you kidding? Mr. Olympia takes probably $30,000 worth of drugs a month. Now, you know what?
You can't get like that without doing that.
You cannot get that huge. Now, that's one of the bad things about. I mean, most bodybuilders want. The thing is, you want to get bigger. You want to get bigger. Well, there's a point of bigger, and then I want always to have a symmetrical, classical physique, sort of like Frank Zane did in the old days, like Bob Paris, who was an amazingly classic physique, but he was very muscular. He also did steroids sometimes. Arnold Schwarzenegger did steroids.
I know he did.
So, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like with anything else, it's overuse or abuse. It's like alcohol. Alcohol should be used, not abused. My father always used to say. He being one of the biggest abusers of alcohol. I say that with all due respect to that. But anyway. So steroids, just because the word steroid out in the public is, oh my God, steroids, the kids are playing football, and it's overuse. And it's because it's so clandestine that makes it even all the more desirable. And it's all been driven underground. If the government of the United States would keep their nose out of our business all the time, it would be a lot.
Well, how do you feel about steroids in sports? In baseball, for instance, I mean, I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it in particular.
I think it's disadvantage and it cheats. I think
I don't
it's
think
cheating.
I don't think
For
it is
sports, for baseball, bodybuilding, I kind of see where you're coming from, but I think you can have both. What, you can have a baseball league that just is a steroid league. You know what I'm saying? In bodybuilding, you could have it separately in bodybuilding, I believe. What do you think? You think they should allow steroids?
I don't think they should be allowed in particular. I don't think they should be disallowed. I don't. I think it should be a completely
If you don't take
individual.
them, you have an unfair advantage.
If you take them,
Yes.
you have an unfair advantage.
You have an unfair advantage over a guy who doesn't take them up.
Well, why if you want to be the best in your sport, and
That means everybody has to take them. Then the kids
you're
are all
being
taking
very definitive and making very big generalizations. I'm saying leave it up to the individual. If somebody wants to, it doesn't matter how much stuff you jam in your ass. You have to do the work. And if it was on a controlled situation, such as, you get a medical prescription and you get figured out that your body has only making 12 grams of test and you need, to be ideal should be 30. I don't know these figures. These are not the real figures at all. Do it under doctor's supervision. But there will be cheating and people do cheat. So that's the caveat there.
But isn't it the more you take, the bigger you get?
Not necessarily.
Well, if he's doing $30,000 worth of, and he's that huge, I mean, if he's not taking that many, then why is he taking $30,000 worth to get that big? I mean, really. I mean, I'm just
the
$30,000
you're doing devil's advocate, which is fine.
Right,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know whether it's
absolutely.
30,000, but
Yeah.
to get that huge, and that, I mean, a lot of people in bodybuilding do love to see freaky people, and that's all freaky. That is the freaky aspect of it, and I find it intriguing. A lot of us do. I mean, my training partner from Canada, who he said he wants huge arms, and he wants big arms, and but 23-inch arms, he doesn't want 23-inch arms. Wouldn't look right on him. But we go and we see these freaky guys. We don't want to necessarily be like that, but we like to think we would like to be like that. So we train harder, we want to get bigger, and so on and so forth.
Got it.
It's even the case with natural people. But the whole game of bodybuilding, it's 99% of it is what you put in your mouth. Food-wise, you've got to eat really, really clean. You've got to eat a lot of protein. And I'm not here to say that the all-out drugged up, juiced up, super restrictive diet is necessarily totally healthy. However, to get to anywhere, you've got to make certain sacrifices, and you've got to do what you have to do.
Let me ask you: Do you think that sex is better now that you're, bodybuilding than it was?
I don't know if you're going to put this in. Unfortunately, when I had prostate cancer, that kind of toasted my situation there.
Yeah, shoot, that's right.
So that there are guys out there who say that it absolutely enhances their sex lives immensely.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
And I say, and they're young guys. Like one guy's 36 that I train with. Another he's 47. I have guys there that I know that are, taking tests, and they are constantly having sex. So there you go, Gino. You talk to.
I'm going to start lifting weights.
You talk to Lepre and tell Lepre you want some major supplementation. So, this is my new motorcycle, Gino. This is a Buell Blast, made by Harley.
Buell makes hot.
They no longer make them. This was Buell. What's the guy's name? Vic. It's a big motorcycle guy. Eric Buell, and he got together with Harley. Harley bought Buell, and then started producing these motorcycles, I believe from 2001 through 2009. This is a 2008. I saw this up at the Rossiter Harley Davidson dealer last year. And this is my good old moped that I bought, 5-6 years ago down in Venice. And I had it up in Nantucket last year.
I heard, yeah.
And then I brought it back down. I'm leaving it down here now instead of back and forth. But it is for sale because I don't want to keep both of these. But I kind of felt I had to move from a moped, although that's a 78cc moped. That's juiced up.
Yeah, that is.
It's very cool.
Wow.
It's not this. So I finally got this at a very, very good price. I treated myself to it. And I love this thing.
Why do you love it?
It's not too big. I didn't want anything huge. I didn't want a great big Harley. I didn't, I needed to have something more in fitting with my persona than a moped.
Okay, gotcha. And how is this thing? I mean, is it a little speed demon?
Oh, it's freaking awesome. And but it's not. It's not. You gotta always turn the fuel on.
Yeah.
Don't forget to turn the fuel on. But it's not so big that it's overwhelming. It's an entry-level bike actually, but it's just great for me. I love it. Lots of balls, lots of power, lots of speed. It's very nimble. I'm getting better and better. And I took the Harley Davidson Rider's Edge course. It's a 4-day course, very, very intensive training and whatnot.
4 days.
Well, it wasn't 4 full days, but it was
still.
There was, we were on the bikes for 6 hours a day, 2 days. Having never been on one, really, it was. Anyway.
Well, listen.
It's fabulous. It's just the greatest. I love this.
I want to thank you, Peter, for sharing, what you do down here and, all the different things you're doing. I'm really very, very nice to be down here and meet you.
Well, I'm glad you called, Gino. Frankly, when I called you back, I said, "Oh, I guess you'll be coming down next month or something like that." I didn't expect to hear, "Oh, I'll be here tomorrow or the next day." I said, "Whoa!"
Well, that's the way I like to
That's all
operate.
right.
Man.
That's very cool.